Hi guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks to the new subscribers. Thank you guys for your support. I have your collective energy update for twin flames and those on the ascension journey for the week of May 10th through May 17th. And then I'll come back again and we'll do a big full moon in Scorpio reading. So if you guys want my extended forecast, which I will be sending one out for this full moon, you can sign up on my website. Go to spiritualmaterialgirl.com, scroll to the bottom, enter your email, and you'll start receiving those. While you're on the website, you guys, check out everything I have going on. We've got SMG Summer Camp. I'm about to close it out this weekend, the registration. It's a 12-week coaching program for your ascension. It's amazing. You're going to love it. You can access it from anywhere. And it's a great value considering all the coaching that you get and all the tools, online courses, and resources. And if you guys want to work a private session, like I said, you can use the code anniversary. That'll save you $11 all month, okay? And you can book intuitive guidance sessions, twin flame guidance sessions. I'm an intuitive soul coach. I help you kind of get to the root issues, clear through the blocks, clear the pathway. We do healings in the sessions. I dig right in. I can cut right into past life issues, ancestral issues. So all of that can be accessed on my website, so check it out. And one last thing, while I shuffle the deck for our card pull or spread, I think I'm going to do this card pull a little differently. We're going to ask questions from masculine and feminine energies, and then I'm going to just kind of mix in oracle advice cards and kind of see what comes from that. So, but while I shuffle, just a reminder also that I have an audio meditation pack. It's a cord cutting visualization and a 5D connection tool for your twin flame. It's only $11.11. You can purchase it on my website. I know a lot of people are buying it. They like it. These tools, they work. They help you keep the purity of the connection intact while you clear away negative energy. Also helps you at this time, because I've been channeling that there is a certain level of spiritual, emotional, like reunion between the twins, and it would help you and serve you well at this time to connect in the 5D to receive those messages, because that needs to happen before any physical union is going to take place. Okay. Some of you, those messages have been trying to make their way through, but I'm getting a sense that not everyone is open all the way to receiving them, or maybe you don't have the tools. So that's why I created that meditation. Okay. So let's ask for the masculine first. Since we typically go to the feminine first, we'll ask masculine. What's the masculine working on behind the scenes? Like, what do we not know about what he's doing behind the scenes? Okay, so I feel like he's reconciling a lot of duality. He is, coming up here on, I feel like, making some sort of a decision. And this decision could be in regards to his life path. It could be in regards to like a karmic relationship or a third party that it's not working with. He has a decision to make. I feel like it can be a dark card sometimes, right? But I feel it is just him kind of breaking through the duality of things. And I feel like he's going to have clarity around that. And he's starting to already think about the direction he wants to move in, his truth. He's feeling that like as of right now, but it's not completely reconciled for him. And he's going to have the ability to go inward a bit over the next month or so. And I feel like by the time that first eclipse comes in July, he'll know what direction he wants to move in, and he'll actually have the confidence, the strength, and be reconciled from within to do that. So I don't feel like, this could be like representative of an inner struggle, some, like where he's struggling with this, like, maybe not wanting to rock the boat in certain situations, but just kind of knowing that he needs to, knowing that it's not his truth. Like I said, there's a duality here. In some sense, maybe he's comfortable. And in another sense, he's like, no, I got to move towards my truth. definitely feels like the truth glimmering through. Definitely, I feel like there's some sort of like a decision or reconciliation of this struggle by early July for him. Feminine. What's feminine working on behind the scenes? She's working on manifestation. And I think this is very, you know, at the forefront of her mind. It's top of her mind. She wants to open the connection. She wants to open the collaboration. She wants to get to the next level. She wants to create the flow and abundance. And it's coming. They're saying like it's coming. And, you know, you're doing a great job at starting to master the stance of co-creation and creation with the universe. They are saying to open yourself up to collaboration, connection with others, because that's going to open you up to get to the next level in your mission, your career, whatever that is. A lot of new opportunities are going to come through others, through connecting with others. So that could be someone refers you to something, someone refers you to a new job, or it could be that like you collaborate and some like new person sees that and more money comes, or there's definitely, I think also you're thinking about your reputation, feminine. I think you're thinking about image, reputation, you know, and how you are seen by your neighbors, your peers, your community, and that's important. And I feel like you're moving in a positive light with all of that. Okay, so that's very cool. Masculine, what is masculine working on right now in the physical? Like what changes is he making? What's he doing in the physical that we need to be aware of that's going to help us in some way? So this is good. This is where he is. We've got 3 pentacles. So it's like he's stepping forth now to, I feel like, show what he's got. He's, you know, he's more saying, I want to be more expressive. I want to be more creative. I feel like he's taking that stance in his work. And he's, you know, we're seeing many of the masculine saying, like, I don't want to do that menial work anymore, that work that's not fulfilling to me. I want to do the fulfilling work, whether it's art or creating something or making something or just following something that he's passionate about. And then he's having the guts right now to kind of either tell a boss or tell someone what he needs and show them what he's capable of, or he is just putting his stuff out there. He's creating and putting his stuff out there. I feel like this is positive too in terms of like business relations going well. He's winning the favor of his clients or his customers. This is positive, and I feel like it's because he's stepping forth with more of that truth, you know. I also feel like it's a message for him not needing to contain himself anymore, like, or be compartmentalize his life. So he's learning, like, I can actually show who I truly am no matter what I'm doing. Like, you know, the fact that I'm creative, or I'm like, or I make things out of wood, or I do, you know, like, I like to do yard work, or I like to landscape, or I like to paint, or like he's like, say he works in business, he's telling the people that he works with in like the business world about these things, or he's telling his clients about these things, and it's opening up the relationship. So he's seeing, like, the more I own my truth and I stop compartmentalizing, it's positive. Okay, so that's a plus for him in the physical. That's going to help him step more and more into his truth. So feminine, we just had 2 cards fly out. So feminine, we have Page of Pentacles. This is that, if this is what you're working on behind the scenes, this is where you want to go, and this is what is happening in the physical. It is that new focus. It's that focus, that new thing, that new stream of income, that new stream of revenue, that idea that you have, that thing that you're stepping up to now, that you're starting to work on, that you are, you know, you're focused on it. And I feel like it's going to lead to this, and this is what you have in mind. But first, we must take the steps. We must focus. We must massage it. We must nurture it. And, you know, there's some things that you've got to learn, right? There's some things that you've already mastered with this. There's some things that new directions, new elements, new aspects of what you've been working on that are going to come into play. And I feel like they're going to come into focus over the next few months. And the King of Swords is here. And I feel like, you know, this represents to me like someone who might be kind of standing in the way of this. And, you know, it could even be your inner masculine that is a little more like stoic or harsh. It could be your inner critic for some of you. Don't let that hold you back. It's time to dissolve that inner critic. And if there's anyone kind of standing in your way, they're saying there's strength in your truth, and there's strength in expressing yourself. But you kind of have to look at the energy and go, right, is this person going to help me along my journey or hurt me? Is it going to slow me down? Is there a distraction? Is there something that it might be harmful in this path? Because I think there might be someone in your path right now who wants to block you, or who like is coming in as a test, like as a distraction or whatnot, and or might be like a naysayer, like, no, you could never do that. It could just be like a more stoic masculine energy, like more stern, more and so I feel like if that's the case, whether that's your own inner masculine or there is someone physically in your world, like, you have to break through into your truth and clear those blocks out of the way. You know what you're doing, and you know where you're heading, and you know what you need to focus on. Don't let anything throw you off of that, okay? Don't let anything throw you off of your truth. Let's ask for the masculine, what's coming up here now for him in the immediate future. Like, what can we expect to be manifesting here for him in the future? So they gave me 2 cards, and they're saying balance and this union. And this feels like a new way of looking at the connection with his beloved. And it feels like the balance, between his masculine and feminine energy. And that's really, really huge for him, because that's going to enable him to step forth totally into his authentic self, and totally into love for himself, and totally into his truth. Anytime we're working on that, balancing the masculine, feminine energies from within, that means that we're clearing fear. That means that we're stepping into our truth. That means that we're able to express more clearly. And I feel like it is a balance. It's a balance between, you know, okay, I'm living the old life, but I want to be living the new life, and how can I start to show it? And, you know, and it's like a balance between what he knows in the 5D and what the 3D looks like right now. It's like been a lot of the same things that the feminine's been working on, but I feel like masculine has a karmic situation in the way, and he's going to make the necessary steps to balance his life and free himself of that. So it could be like a third-party situation, or a karmic marriage or something like that. That is going to be cleared. I get that he's going to clear and balance that in the next few months, so that he can come into his truth and reconnect with his beloved. And feminine, what are you going to be doing just here ahead in the future? And what are the changes that you're making in the future? What's manifesting in the future for you? Oh my gosh, we have cards popping out all over the place here. So feminine future. This is it. You're working on balance too, feminine. And this is, you know, it might be a little bit of a juggling act right now between your spirituality and your full-time job, or your spirituality and you know, your daily busy life, or the things that you want to nurture, and your obligations. But that you're balancing. You're also balancing the emotional waters, I feel. And that's finding more balance, especially coming out of this like wonky, purgy end of April that we had. There's balance coming here. So that's awesome. What does the masculine want to tell the feminine? We'll pull some oracle cards with this as well. Oop. So he's saying, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm making the new life. I believe that it's happening. It's going to be happening. And I'm walking towards you. Because as it looks in my spread, it's like he's going towards her. So, yeah. So he's like, I'm coming. He wants you to know that he's coming. And he's coming with establishment. He's coming with this new direction. He's coming with this new life. Like there's something he's setting up to come towards you. And I have goosebumps. He's driving that home. He's driving it home. Whatever that is, that's what they're saying. He's driving it home. Feminine, what would you need to relay or tell the masculine at this time? What does the feminine need to say to the masculine at this time? She's saying, okay, there's a potential for a new physical beginning. We don't know how it's really going to turn out or what it's going to look like, but we can try to start anew in the physical. And it doesn't have to be dictated by the hurts of the past. And this is almost like she's saying, okay, I'm going to come with a clean slate. I'm going to clean slate it so we can at least have a new shot in the physical of planning something new and watching it grow and seeing what happens. So that feels very poignant. I'll pull some clarifiers around that, but the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. And I feel like this is just any place that this is much less about like being deceived or tricked in the physical. I think at this time, I think it's more just any place where we've been out of integrity with ourselves, we are now aligning with our truth. And this is where maybe we've tricked ourselves or we've fooled ourselves or we've been not wanting to listen to our truth or not seeing past our own blinders. That is now being reconciled. So this is truly about being honest with yourself. And it might be that the truth scares you. It might be that the truth, when you take those blinders off, when you stop fooling yourself, when you stop, you might be saying, no, I'm over that. And then you might go, oh my God, but I'm really underneath, I'm still like love this person. Or you might say like, okay, yeah, I still need that thing. I still need that crutch. I still need that. And then really when you look at the truth, you might go, oh, but I really don't. That's just a level of codependency. So that's like what they're talking about. It's like where we're fooling ourselves, where we're deceiving ourselves, where there's been illusion. And I feel like we're getting the tools to get through that illusion now. And yeah. So let's just clarify these messages a little bit more for the masculine and feminine, like what they want to express to one another, what they're working on. We have one pop out. So masculine's working on his feminine energy, which we know, his yin energy. And this is like, part of this balance here. He's working on it, and he's working on showing his creative artistic side. He's working on expressing himself in a more heartfelt way, not compartmentalizing, not being so segmented, all is one, being one, and embracing like his sensitivity and showing his sensitivity, letting that open up connections for him and letting that help him find the balance, which is a totally different way than he's harnessed the feminine energy in the past. I feel in the past it's been that his going into his feminine has impeded his ability to step up and kind of like be the man in his masculine, go towards his beloved and create the new life and take the stance and take the new direction, right? So now it's coming in a more balanced way where he can still step up, but he can also lead with his heart. So that's huge. And feminine, milk and honey, which goes back to this. So it's like prosperity, it's the fulfillment, it's the manifestation, it's the joy and fulfillment. This is abundance that's coming. And I think it's coming because you are focusing and you're clearing the blocks out of the way. You're being honest with yourself. You're finding that balance. And there's something about like, there's new hope. there's a different kind of hope from the physical, where I feel like that may have been tainted by, maybe there were some betrayals of the past. Maybe there were some hurts and deceptions and untruths, more so than just what you've told yourself. That you're overcoming, because I feel like you know you have to, in order to start anew and have like a new physical beginning. So it's not the way that I see some of the unions that are going to be happening, and the spiritual reunion happening now with twin flames, is that it's not at a level of the old timelines have collapsed there, and this is what that is. So we have to let go of the resentments, and we have to let go of that, because in order for it to show up new and to create the new life, we are creating 2 new lives as individuals, 100%. And that's creating the ability for us to potentially create the new life together. So, it's about being open to that, and it showing up in a new way, a way that may be unexpected. Let's see. Let's get some more clarifiers on this. So, feminine, masculine, tell me more about this union, this spiritual, emotional union, and the physical union. What do we need to know? So let's do a combined energy card. So it's coming up in reverse. It's magnetism. So, and this is like, you see the yin yang energy here. Okay. And I think what has been the separator for the twins, and the reason why there's been running in separation, is because we have had the imbalanced feminine masculine energies, because we see the yin yang right here. And we are coming to a phase of newness, wholeness, alignment with self, purging, clearing out the blocks, getting the roadblocks, the distractors out of our way, coming into that wholeness. And in that, we're clearing away fear. And in the clearing away fear, we can shift into our truth. And in shifting into our truth, we can balance our polarities. And that is the magnetizer for all. That's where you come into wholeness and you attract other whole individuals into your life. They're saying you come into your power center. That's that yellow energy here. Okay. And that's you coming into your solar plexus, which is basically the nucleus of everything. It's your inner knowing. It's your power. It's your strength. That's going to magnetize all the abundance to you. It's going to attract all the new connections. And I feel like it's the connector, the magnetism for the twin flames. It's like you're going to start to magnetize towards each other instead of repel. And it's because you're balancing from within you. Twin flames are natural magnets, right? There was this little meme or saying at one point, and it was like the cutest little thing. And I used to send it to my twin, and it was like, 2 people like suctioned together. And it was like, did you swallow a magnet? Or like, did you swallow the magnet or something, And it's true. Like, there is a natural magnetism, but there's a natural magnetism because it's one energy. So when you have one energy, those energies don't want to be divided, right? Doesn't make sense. But so for that energy field to be divided, it feels so painful, right? But when you start to become a whole, and you're each balancing your inner and masculine and feminine energies, then you will naturally start to magnetize again. So that's what it's saying. So, it's coming up in reverse, because I think it's saying like, these are the final pieces that we're working on and balancing this energy. And it's a reminder that we're naturally magnetic with our twins. Naturally. We don't have to worry about it, but we do have to clear the space within us, and we do have to become whole and balance our own inner energies. Okay. I love that. Let's pull another combined card. Masculine and feminine, what is going to help us with union, or what do we need to know? Again, in reverse, rediscovery. So This is what I was saying. This is why I was like, we have to leave this past behind. We have to let it go. Any place where we fooled ourselves, where we've stayed distracted, where we stayed, where the twin maybe, wasn't fully honest with us or didn't act in integrity, or we didn't follow our own truth. We've got to let it all go now, because what they're saying is there is the opportunity for this new physical beginning, and we're going to have to rediscover one another. And this isn't just the inner energies here. This is also like the potential for the physical union of twin flames. And this is like, it's a new beginning. It's starting anew. Like I just said, like you're coming back as two new individuals who have created a new world, basically. So it's like a getting to know one another again. And I feel like you're starting to do this at a spiritual level if you can tap into it first. And then there'll be the opportunity for the physical rediscovery. So I think what they're saying by it coming in reverse is like, where you've held the bad taste in your mouth, if there was anything that was not cool, not couth, not kosher, anything tumultuous, any resentments, anything that you've been holding on to that makes you feel ill will towards your connection, you've got to be open to rediscovering the purity and the love and the connection. And how better to do that than through 5D connection. Okay, so that's that. And one more card for the combined energies. Perspective. So I feel like this is saying like the time away or any separations have given both individuals the needed perspective that they've needed to gain to get their life in balance, to know what they want, what their truth is in their hearts, and also to be able to come back and be more balanced, more fair, more stable, more grounded, more dependable, more loyal, more ready, more open for the other. And that's the perspective that's being gained right now. And that's the advantage to these separations, even though they might feel painful. They cause and create massive perspective shifts, which actually help things in the physical eventually. And that's what we're moving towards. Bottom of this deck is friction, which I feel like that friction is, they're saying self-imposed friction, so don't put the friction in the way. Like, if there's any friction that has occurred in your connection, it's time to allow that to dissolve, because they're saying the past was the past, and some of this friction is standing in your way. So it's like preventing you from moving forward in your perspective. Does that make sense? Like, it's preventing you from reaching the higher perspective. And there's definitely a higher perspective to be accessed here. And I feel like the friction that is going to be healing. But first, we have to reconcile it from within. In order for it to heal in the physical, we've got to let the resentments and those things go, right? And from within our heads, within our hearts. So don't create more friction. Don't put things in the way of what you know to be true and what you desire. Bottom of the Wisdom of the Oracle deck is Clean It Up, which is so interesting because I feel like this is kind of the same. It's in reverse, and this is about like cleaning up your thoughts, cleaning up your energy field. This is like getting the tainted view or the old view or the bad taste in your mouth out of your mouth. So take some mouthwash and rinse it out. Like, you could actually do that as a visual, like where you're swishing around like any sort of resentments or whatever, and then you imagine just kind of cleansing and drinking water, cleansing your palate, and just cleaning out any sort of resentments, bad taste in your mouth. This is also clean it up, like get clear about what you want, because as we collapse old timelines and new exalted timelines start to come into our awareness and into the periphery, they're there for us to just step into. We can step into those, and we can step up into them. We can fall back, like I said in my last video, we can fall back into it, and be sure that if we surrender to it, we're going to receive exactly what we want. But we've got to know what we want, because there's all sorts of possibilities right now. Old things that have closed, new opportunities presenting themselves, new options, right? And different tributaries of timelines, I feel like, are spawning off of new exalted timelines. So it's up to you. You still get to choose what you desire. So, but you got to clean up your thoughts. You got to clean up your emotions. And if you feel like, oh, well, my 3D union, it's not possible, or this too much has happened, then you've got to get clear about what you want. If it's just love in your heart, then just say, like, I want this great, magnetizing, amazing, incredible, loyal love. And then just move towards that. And if it's your twin flame will show up in that capacity for you. And if it's someone new divine partner, a new person, or someone who is truly your twin, maybe you were looking at someone who is more of a soulmate or catalyst, then that person will show up. But it's not about pre-deciding, like, the person, the when, the time, and it's not about pre-deciding out of fear that something's not possible, because anything is possible. It's just more about, like, what do you want, lining up with your integrity and getting clear from within. And I feel like it's best at this time if we go general with our intentions rather than specific. So it's like, I want to be uniting with the twin under the oak tree on this month and this day and this, and I want our wedding to be by this time. Like, no, it's not going to happen like that. It would much better serve you to say, well, I really am desiring love. I know what I want now. I've done my healing. I'm in integrity with that. And I'm open. I would love for it to be the twin flame who shows up and can be that for me. But at any rate, I'm focused on manifesting what I deserve, and just keep putting it out there more generally like that. That's going to show the universe and enable the universe to meet you. Remember, the universe is going to meet you and deliver what you are desiring. But you got to get clear about what you desire first. Let's pull some cards from the Angel Therapy deck. Just a few more combined messages here for masculine, feminine. Twin flame. Reverse. So this is like they're saying, don't doubt it's your twin flame, and don't doubt the connection. And some of you who feel like, sometimes you guys come for twin flame readings with me. I look into the Akashic records and I'm like, sorry, like, this isn't your twin, or it's someone that's like a deep soul connection for you. They're saying for those of you that's happened to, like, your twin's coming and you've been getting ready for that. And others of you, this is about the reunion and the union that's coming. And I feel it. I feel it for so many of you. And it's going to start happening. And we're going to see it like July and August a lot with twin flames. So masculine stepping forward, moving towards the feminine being ready, being more balanced. I love this. Yay. So I'll leave it at that. It's a great last card to leave it at. Again, if you guys want to work with me, spiritualmaterialgirl.com, book a session online. I love you guys. I'll see you for the full moon forecast. Mwah. Oh, and I'll be back this weekend too for my Ascended Masters series, Messages from the Masters. And I'm bringing Fauna Speak, Kristen Hauser. She's coming to do an interview, and we're going to do a live read playing off of each other. She's an amazing animal communicator, and she'll be giving us messages from the animal spirits. So please join in for that. And I'll see you guys next week for the full moon and Scorpio reading. Mwah. Bye.